2022, Blue Peter here, and I do apologise for the outro last time. I was trying to experiment with the new outro, and I did kind of mess up the timing of it because the pictures went quickly, but it should be fixed now. And I do apologise if you can hear any background noise because it is raining outside and there's construction going on close, so you may hear some trucks reversing. But as you may be able to tell by the title, we're going to do about chromium in gas mask filters today and how to protect and avoid from it. Well, not avoid, but yeah. So I've got the two filters out again. I've got the Finnish Sud 61T and the Polish MS4. And yeah, so we talked about asbestos last time and how that after a certain amount of years breaks down, turns into asbestos dust. You inhale it, can get mesothelioma, however you say it, which is a form of lung cancer, and get asbestosis. And yeah, with chromium, after the Second World War and into the 50s and the 60s, the NATO countries started to use, along with America and stuff, started to use chromium instead of asbestos because it's acting as a catalyst, which is something that helps slow something down but doesn't slow a chemical reaction down or something without being reacted itself. So it does, it acts in a gas mask, it slows down, it acts as a catalyst in gas masks. And we know that these ones most likely contain chromium, these filters, but it's less dangerous than asbestos. But if you're exposed to it for a long period of time, so if you're wearing a gas mask with a filter that contains chromium for hours a day, for every day, for weeks, for months, for years, you have to wear it a lot to get an increase in lung cancer. It's like a 1% increase, so it's still dangerous, but not as dangerous as asbestos. And what it can lead to if you're exposed to high amounts of it, so gas masks contain low amounts usually. If you're exposed, so say you're working with it and you get exposed to it a lot, high amounts, that can cause chromium poisoning, or it can just lead to respiratory issues like asthma, lung cancer, etc. And as for the MS4 filters, we're not sure that they contain asbestos or not. Some do, some don't. But they may contain chromium. We're not certain. And as you may be thinking, this filter is probably dated, I think that's 1986 on there, and this one's dated 1989. You may be thinking, well, this one's probably more dangerous than that one. But this one's a Warsaw Pact one. So if you have a GP5 filter, the Soviets kept using asbestos throughout the Cold War, when NATO countries and the US stopped after the Second World War, because they thought, because it's imported from a lot of countries, like Russia, because you're meant to mine asbestos. Russia had a ton of it and it was imported from other countries, and then they thought, it's harder because of the trade sanctions. So they thought, we'll replace it with chromium because that's easier to get. So yeah, and chromium is a natural occurring metal in the ground, and you mine that. But in the filters, they're most likely in this bit, because that's where usually the charcoal is, around there, and it's most likely in this bit here, and in here it's most likely just under this cotton layer. It's most likely under there. But yeah, so yeah, to avoid from it, just don't wear a gas mask filter that you think has chromium in it, don't wear it for too long. And yeah, so just don't wear it for too long. You can still wear it, just not for a long period of time. And you can't really avoid from it because, unlike asbestos, it doesn't break down, as I'm aware, I think. It doesn't break down, it doesn't turn into fibres, and it doesn't turn into dust. But yeah, so it doesn't break down, and it lasts for longer than asbestos, I think. Yeah, so yeah, you can't really avoid from it because you can put a plug on it, but unlike asbestos, it won't expose people to it, because it'll just be the same as wearing it. You'll just be breathing it in, but you're not exposed to it. But asbestos, you can get exposed to it if it hasn't got a plug on it. But yeah, just don't wear a filter for long. And yeah, hope this video has helped people out. Or also look into the filters before you wear the gas mask. But I hope this video has been helpful for people. Yeah, hope you've learnt something or it's added to your knowledge. But yeah, thanks for watching, and I will see you guys soon. And yeah, feel free to subscribe and like. Feel free to ask any questions in the comments if they're turned on, because I'm not sure what's been happening. But yeah, see you guys around.